I have been doing it for 20 years. I've done lots of great things. I've made lots of mistakes, and that's how I've, I guess, gotten to this point. But I'm happy to share. So what are we talking about today? We're here to, well, we were having some discussions in our private WhatsApp group, which everyone is free to join if they'd like.
Correct. So it's not private, it's open to the public. So yeah, please join.
Yeah. And discussions that we were having were, I guess, of a nature relating to the business side of our industry. And I think that what dawned on us was that we've had a few discussions, a few peripheral conversations around things not specifically clinically based or influenced. But it became obvious to us that we're kind of missing a large portion of the conversations that are possible, because even though these are medical practices, we're doing medical procedures, the doctors and nurses doing them, at the end of the day, they're still businesses. And there are challenges that go along with those businesses. And as doctors and nurses, it's something that you don't really get trained in. I mean, there's only so many hours in your educational life that you can dedicate to becoming really good at something.
I'll tell you, it's not on profit and loss.
Yeah. And so we thought, let's have some discussions around the business side of our industry, because it is quite nuanced, but there are some basic underlying business principles that apply to every business.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's start with you as a bit of an introduction, because it seems, you've got a pretty interesting background. You've immigrated from the UK. You've worked in various different businesses, from chain clinics through to where you're working now, which is a high-end sort of plastic surgery led clinic, and you do the injectables there. And you've had a few other, dabbled along the way in a few different things. So might be a good way to open up this discussion and encourage people that are listening to this that may want to participate in these sort of business conversations moving forward. Now, I might just say, I don't claim to be a business expert. I did study business at university. Nothing I learned there has helped me in business at all. Thought it was a complete waste of bloody time. Everything that I've learned has been through just life experiences and making mistakes. So I'm not claiming to be an expert. I have been doing it for 20 years. I've done lots of great things. I've made lots of mistakes, and that's how I've, I guess, gotten to this point. But I'm happy to share what's worked for me and give people ideas and suggestions if they want to take them on board. So that's my disclaimer.
Good disclaimer. Yes. Don't listen to anything that David says ever. Do the opposite. No, I've worked with you for a number of years now, and everyone who's worked with you has found you to be a good boss. I enjoyed working with you. I think you're fair. Like you said, you've made your own mistakes in the past, and you learn from that. Same as any job. Really,
well, you don't learn from doing things right. When you're doing things great, you think, oh, there's nothing to learn here. It's when things go sideways and you make a mistake, we have a disaster. You're forced to reflect. Well, you should, but you're forced to reflect. And think about, well, what went wrong there?
So I guess for our future episodes, what should we call them? Should we call them the business of injecting?
That's good. I like that.
That'd be good.
That's good.
Yeah, see, there we go.
That latte's paying off already.
Woohoo!
The ideas are flowing.
Yeah. So I guess this is chapter one of Business of Injecting.
Yeah.
But for the future ones, we've actually already got a future guest lined up.
Yep.
It would be good if you and that injector, and you're going to do this, have a bit of a preamble chat prior to the podcast. And so anyone listening thinking, oh, this is going to be for me. You'll plan this with David and myself prior to sort of think about, well, what are your friction points, or what are you struggling with from the business perspective? Is it staffing? Is it location? Is it, I don't know, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's such a varied topic because, what we're going to be discussing today with you is what your plans are moving forward, why you inject in the practices that you do, how have you gotten to this point, what were the decisions that you had to make along the way, because everyone's got certain situations. You've got family responsibilities, you've immigrated to a different country, you might have different financial goals that you're looking to achieve. So as you said, everything from like working for someone else, working for yourself, starting a business. If you start this business, how are you going to get out of this business? All the operational challenges, as you said, the staffing, compliance, finance. It's such a broad topic and it's so nuanced. And so it'd be great to have conversations with people, even people that have had successes. What is working really well in your business? What do you do well? Because I think what we're trying to create here is a community of practitioners, whether they be nurses or doctors or whatever, all around the world, and actually support each other and learn from each other and share our successes and failures, so that as a global community in this space, that we can elevate what we're doing.
Thanks so much for watching the video. If you want to listen to the whole podcast, go to your favorite podcast app and search for Inside Aesthetics.
If you like the videos we're putting out, please consider subscribing to our channel. Give us a like, smash the bell icon so that you get notified when we put out more content.
If you'd like to support us, our Patreon link is down below, and you can also follow us on Instagram on our personal accounts.